They have tremendous burden in operation and maintenance costs, just to keep things going, keeping their equipment operational. When it becomes too old to satisfy insurance requirements, then, you know, to upgrade, to bring in something new, and keep that all within a reasonable level of funding. And I think that's going to be a major problem that we will face, and probably other towns too, in the years ahead. Trying to figure out a way to do that with, you know, the only source you have in the fire protection district is the tax. There's no great big reservoir of money in that fund.
Well, yeah, and that's my favorite thing. I mean, a lot of times we get press releases from the Reynolds and the Maziar's and guys like that who are handing out grants.
The grants.
Are you worried about that not being there now, if you were to win?
Why?
Because of the rift, yeah.
I think we'll get over that. I think once we get through the election, I think we will look at ways to patch things up. No, I don't think that'll happen.
Okay.
But it's a real problem, this matter of financing the fire protection districts. There's no question about it.
Huh.
I guess what I was saying about the fund, it's a money in, money out. You know, the tax you put together to cover their firematics and their ambulances and the service award program and workman's compensation and things of that nature. Physical, we pay the physical shots out of the fire protection budget. You put all that together, you divide it by the tax base, you come up with a tax rate. You know, the taxes are collected, the money comes to the town in January, by February it's gone to the fire company. And that's the way it is. So there's no opportunity to generate money in that fund. It's not like a water fund or sewer fund where you have a water rate and a sewer rate and you have some income coming in for operation and maintenance. There's nothing like that there, so that's going to be a very difficult challenge. The other thing, I guess, is to continue with this land use planning that I referred to. It is true, our comprehensive plan is now 10 years old, and that's probably time to take another look at it. So you take it out. I'm gratified. I was very gratified by the playground, or the park rather, because that supports a part of that comprehensive plan. And very often these plans, you do them and then they sit on a shelf and gather dust for 10 years, and, you know, then you dig them out. But that's how that came about. It was reflected in the comprehensive plan, and we're working to make it happen.
What's your thoughts? Well, first off, is HSBC still on the table as far as
I know? As far as I know.
Thoughts there, and then also on the NCCC dorm proposal, on those two issues.
They're both good for the town in terms of tax base. One of our problems in the town, we're a town in transition from being 100% rural agriculture to a mix of people who work outside the town, work in Buffalo, Lockport, wherever. And because of that, you start to lose that tax base that you had in the agricultural land. And so as that land disappears from farming, you need to replace that with businesses of some kind, or something that's going to generate more tax base. In both of these cases, the HSBC certainly has a pilot in there, but even with the pilot, we will receive money that we wouldn't have received before. You know, so that's a positive thing. It's very different. We had a lot of controversy at the public hearing. It's very different from the AES Somerset thing, because it's a new industry. It's a new business that comes in, it generates new jobs that weren't there before. The student dormitory, I think that's good. The college feels that that's something that they want to do. We have no input into that.
Right. Because
they had to set up a private corporation, the student housing village, I think it's called, student village housing maybe corporation, which is totally separate from the community college. The 12 or so acres that they are on is not part of the community college's exemption from taxes.
Okay.
So it has to be treated as a separate entity. They will have some relief from the general town tax, school and county taxes, because they are supporting an educational institution. But all of the special district taxes, the water, the sewer, fire protection, those will all be paid. So that'll be a tremendous improvement in the tax base.
Anything else from this side of the table? No? All right.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Art.